everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be going to the lovely seaside town of Margate, where we'll be exploring the Margate Shell Grotto, or temple as I prefer to call it, because it's got an altar and it's full of pagan gods, so I think the word temple is much more fitting. Please enjoy. The earliest mention of this incredible find was in 1838 in a local Kent newspaper that reported that James Newlove came upon it when he was digging a pond a few years earlier in 1835. Imagine how astounded you'd feel unearthing this 70-foot long subterranean structure decorated with millions of shells. It's estimated to have approximately 4.16 million shells arranged in different patterns. Although these interpretations are speculative, they could depict pagan gods such as Isis, Osiris, and Ganesh. There are also a lot of what appears to be trees and flowers. There are also depictions of the sun and the moon, and what could be the tree of life. There's also an altar room and a womb panel that might symbolize the merging of heaven and earth, or possibly female power. Not surprisingly, this temple is a Grade 1 listed building and is thankfully open to the public at the small price of £4.50. There is a modern remake of a shell tile as you enter the little museum. The tile shows how bright the shells would have looked before they were dulled by decades of gas lamps. The shells used are a mixture of mussels, whelks, oysters, cockles and winkles. These shells were possibly brought from one of four local bays: Walpole Bay, Pegwell Bay, Cliff's End and Shellness on the Isle of Sheppey. Of course, the main questions are, who built the temple and why? One theory is that it's a Regency folly built in the 18th or 19th century by a wealthy individual. As it has an altar and is decorated with pagan symbolism, one suggestion is that it's a Masonic temple or even a meeting place for witches. Some believe it could date back to Roman or Phoenician times. This theory gained credence when in 2007 a domed cave was discovered under Palatine Hill in Rome that's decorated in similar patterns with shells. Research done by the Margate Historical Society suggests a mid-12th century connection to the Knights Templar based on the geometric angles and celestial observations inside the temple. Carbon dating has failed because of the damage the gas lamps caused, so even science has been unable to help with this mystery. But we all love a good mystery, don't we? I think that's part of the temple's charm. Not only is it incredibly rare and was found purely by accident, but it also keeps us guessing. I wonder what other incredible things lie beneath our feet. If it hadn't been for a man digging a pond, this temple might still be unearthed. Here are two facts for you. The altar room was damaged when it was hit by a bomb in World War II, and it's featured in a book called Elijah's Mermaid by Essie Fox. As an avid reader, this is going on my to-be-read list. To gain access to the temple, you have to enter through the gift shop, which is absolutely filled with shells that you can purchase. There's also a shell T-Rex head, and outside there is a lovely shell lady. I hope you've enjoyed this trip to the Margate Shell Grotto with me. If so, please like and leave a comment. Also, please continue watching, as there's lots more of the temple to explore.